Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening show today with your host Ram. And in this part of the show, we are looking at India having leveled the series. As you know, it was a match which India had to win because the reason being that they just had to keep the interest going because England won the first one-day international, but today India actually won the second one-day international here, played at the Nehru Stadium in Kochi in admirable style. In fact, they had a victory which was a very emphatic victory by 127 runs. Now, as far as this particular match was concerned, it was pretty humid there, but probably the Indian captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni, who won the toss, elected to actually bat. But after electing to bat, things were not really good for the openers Ajinkya Rahane and Gambhir, because both of them were dispatched to the pavilion by the English bowlers with only 18 on the board. The first to go was Gautam Gambhir, who normally, as you know, he has been looking absolutely in woeful form. He went to that stroke that normally brings his downfall, and that is to actually trying to run down the ball down the slip cordon. And today he tried to do that, but the ball was a bit faster for him. It came in and disturbed the stumps, and Gambhir was gone, bowled by Dernbash for 8 of just 13 deliveries with 1-4. Ajinkya Rahane followed him to the pavilion when he got a beautiful delivery from Stephen Finn, which really moved into him, and Ajinkya Rahane was gone. He was clean bowled. The ball went between the bat and pad and into the stump she went. Ajinkya Rahane gone, bowled Finn for 4. India's score was 18 for 2 at that stage. So it took Virat Kohli and Yuvraj Singh to steady the ship a bit, because they had to take the score from 18 for 2, and they pushed the score to 53. In fact 71, because the 53 runs was the partnership that Virat Kohli and Yuvraj Singh had. And when the score reached 71, James Treadwell, the person who took 4 wickets in the last match, actually got Yuvraj Singh LBW for 32 of 37 balls with 5 fours, thus making the score 71 for 3. And Virat Kohli, another person who, like Gambhir, has not been able to get the big scores for quite a long time now, fell to Chris Woakes. Now Chris Woakes was playing his first match against India. He has never played against India, so this was his first match, and Chris Woakes would have been very glad to have taken that very important wicket of Virat Kohli, and he was caught by Bell of the bowling of Woakes for 37 of 54 balls with 1-4 and 1-6, and that made the score 119 for 4. And it looked like a similar situation in the last game when Dhoni and Raina had to do the rescue operation. Well, Dhoni and Raina did the rescue operation. They definitely did the rescue operation. In fact, Raina was there along with Dhoni, and both of them moved the score on to 174, with Suresh Raina contributing a very goody, a well-made 55 of 78 balls with 2 fours and 2 sixes. So the partnership was worth say almost 55 runs. So that was the time India were 174 for 5 at that stage, with Suresh Raina gone. Dhoni was looking good. Dhoni was, as you know, he's in some good form, as you know, with England, and he has been doing well. So he continued in the same fashion, stroking well and also getting those quick singles, because you know Suresh Raina is also a very good runner between the wickets. So they took a lot of singles. They rotated the strike pretty well, and that was the time when the score was 174 for 5. And if you look at that 174 for 5, one would have not expected India to reach 285 for 6 at the end of 50 overs. It was thanks to Dhoni and Jadeja ransacking runs. 108 runs were added of the last 10 overs. And what was the most important thing for India was Ravindra Jadeja, who has been there in this team as an all-rounder. Today definitely made it count. He gave some very good support to Dhoni at the other end. Dhoni also hit one monster of a hit out of the ground of the bowling of J. Dernbash for a 6. The other day, as you know, he had actually claimed his wicket, but today Dhoni was much sharper and much intelligent for that by putting Dernbash out over the fence for a 6. His contribution was 72 of 66 balls, 7 fours and 2 sixes. And as I said, with wicket in hand, Dhoni, I would say Jadeja very nicely nursed by Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and Jadeja, following whatever instructions were given to him by Dhoni, just went on with the work, in a very workmanlike fashion, and they took the score on to 270 before Dhoni was out after making 72 of 66 balls with 7 fours and 2 sixes. But Jadeja carried on. Jadeja played a real blinder there, remaining unbeaten on 61 of just 37 deliveries, 8 fours and 2 sixes in that knock. Ravichandran Ashwin was not out on 1. India finished at a very competitive score of 285 for 6 of 50 overs. As far as the bowling was concerned, Stephen Finn 10 overs 1 maiden, 2 for 51. Dernbash 9 overs 2 for 73 continued to be costly. Chris Wokes 9 overs 1 for 60 didn't have a good spell of bowling on his first match against India. Samit Patel bowled 10 overs for 43, Treadwell 10 overs 1 for 48, and Joe Root 2 overs none for 5. Well, as far as the England innings were concerned, they started in reply to 285 for 6 made by India, and well, they didn't have it easy either. In fact, the swing bowlers, Bhuvaneshwar, as I said, there was something in the wicket for the pace bowlers, and that's what Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, the swing bowler, and Shami Ahmed exploited to the fill. In fact, Shami Ahmed was the one who provided India the breakthrough by getting the wicket of Ian Bell. As you know, Ian Bell is in some great form, and that was a very important wicket. And Ian Bell tried to actually fiddle with a delivery which was swinging away. Shami Ahmed has got the ball to swing away, and probably the ball could have been declared as a wide, but Ian Bell decided to fiddle with it and paid the penalty, as Dhoni took one of those wonderful catches, diving in front and taking a beautiful catch, and Ian Bell was walking to the pavilion. England were 4 for 1. Alistair Cook and Kevin Peterson joined Alistair Cook, but Alistair Cook, after making 17, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar was bowling excellently. He got that ball to come in a bit, and Alistair Cook was wrapped on the pads, and he was gone for 17 of 27 balls with 3 fours. A similar situation to India. India were 18 for 2, but England were 58 for 2. Kevin Peterson was along with Joe Root at the time, and Kevin Peterson was playing some very good strokes. He was really stroking the ball well. The other end, Joe Root was giving him company, but looking a bit sedate at the other end, and both of them were doing the job at that time, with the score on score moved on to 73. But Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, bowling his ball, in fact, Mahendra Singh Dhoni decided to give him a very long spell. In fact, decided to go through his overs, and that was the right decision, because Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, he doesn't have much pace, but he really swung the ball very well. He could get the ball in, he could get the ball to jag out, and that's what he did. And in fact, he picked up in that particular spell, he really obliged the skipper by getting 2 good batsmen at the crease. The first, he took Kevin Peterson. Kevin Peterson got a ball from Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Probably Kevin Peterson wanted to play it down the offside, but the ball had already done its trick. It had gone and actually clean bowled Kevin Peterson for 42 or 44 balls with 7 fours. And Ian Morgan was a victim of an outswinger from Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, who just moved the ball a bit, and Ian Morgan went around. He was really sucked in by the delivery, and Ian Morgan was gone. Caught Dhoni, bowled Kumar for a duck, and what splendid bowling figures for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Not only did he reduce England to 73 for 4 and put the pressure right on them, chasing 286, he returned figures of 10 overs, 2 maidens, 29 runs and 3 wickets. So 73 for 4 at that stage, England, with Kees Wheater and Samit Patel in the middle. So that Joe Root was there at that time. Joe Root was along with Kees Wheater, and both of them had lots of pressure on them, as the spinners were also inducted, and they were really struggling. They were not really able to get the ball off the square, and that they took the score. They pushed on the score to 110 before the wicket to go was Kees Wheater. A very tame dismissal, as Kees Wheater just pushed the ball, tried to flick the ball, and he pushed it to Suresh Raina for a catch, and he was gone for 18 of 38 balls with 3 fours, and England's half the side were into the pavilion with the score on 110 for 5. Joe Root was joined by the person who was the hero in the last match, Samit Patel, but Joe Root himself, as I said, by Ravindra Jadeja, not only with the bat, first he did his duty there, but with the ball he was pretty impressive. He was very economical. He was not giving runs away at all. He was really making the batsman work, and that really piled on the pressure on Joe Root, and Joe Root was gone, bowled by an arm ball from Jadejas, which went in straight and hit the stumps of Joe Root. He was walking 36 of 50 balls, 3 fours, and that made the score 132 for 6, and that definitely said that India were definitely going to wrap up this match at that particular stage. After that, it was Samit Patel who was joined by Vokes, but after that it was pretty quick work. Samit Patel couldn't get any support from the tailenders as Jadeja and Ashwin just ran through the tail, with Chris Vokes also getting an arm ball, clean LBW ball Jadeja for a duck. Ashwin then wrapped it up by getting Treadwell LBW for 1, and Stephen Finn was caught behind the bowling of Ashwin for a duck. Durn Bash was run out for 2. Samit Patel was left high and dry, not out on 30 of 29 balls with 3 fours and 1 6, and England faltered at 158 all out, thus giving India and win by 127 runs. Not only that, India also leveled the series with the third one-day international, which is coming up at Ranchi, and that is Dhoni's hometown. Well, as far as bowling figures are concerned, Bhuvneshwar Kumar was excellent, going through the whole hog, given a very long run by Mahendra Singh Dhoni, which was the right decision to do. 10 overs, 2 maidens, 29 runs on 3 wickets. Shami Ahmed gave India the breakthrough, 4 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 24. Ishan Sharma only bowled 4 overs, cost him 28 runs. Ravindra Jadeja for his all-round performance with the bat and then with the balls. 7 overs, 1 maiden, 12 runs and 2 wickets, got the Man of the Match award. Yuvraj Singh 4 overs, went for 19. Ashwin wrapped it up, 7 overs, 1 maiden, 3 for 39. India leveled the 5-match series 1-1 with the third one-day international coming at Ranchi. I'm just trying to tell you the date when it is coming up. Well, I don't have the information right now, so probably I'll get the information later. But as my YouTube broadcast is about to end, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cover on some cricket news. One cricket news that I would like to cover here is the Big Bash League, the semi-finals. Brisbane Heat getting on to a victory with Luke Bash, who has been in the form of the previous match too, going on to hit a century, 112 runs, and take his team to the finals. So Brisbane Heat are into the finals of the Big Bash League in Australia. So that's one news. The second semi-finals will be played on Wednesday. The other news that I have for you is coming in because tomorrow we are having the BPL starting, the Bangladesh Premier League, and there are a lot of teams which are competing, as you know. So the Bangladesh Premier League, this is the second Bangladesh Premier League championship in the second year. It's in the second year actually, and the first year was quite a success. The other news that I have is Bangladesh are definitely looking out for a coach, and there are 3 persons who have their hat in the ring. One is the former West Indian skipper and batsman Carl Hooper, Craig McDermott, the former Australian fast bowler and the former Australian coach too, and Mark Greatbatch, the New Zealander, who is there in the mix. So they are the ones who are all thrown their hat into the ring for the coach role as far as Bangladesh is concerned. The other news that I have for you, dear fans, friends and subscribers, is the news which is coming in from South Africa, which is not good. That is, Quinton de Kock is one of those talented blokes in South Africa who really likes to play his strokes. And Justin Ontong, one would remember, he also played in the World Cup 2011. Both of them are going to face disciplinary action because in a game with I think it was between Cobras, the local game which was being played, there was both of them were really dinged because of some misbehavior. So that is not good for Quinton de Kock because he's a young and talented person, and one would have definitely seen him in the series against New Zealand. But I'm told that Quinton de Kock, a very talented bloke from South Africa, and Justin Ontong, the all-rounder, would be missing probably the first 2 one-day internationals against New Zealand because of some disciplinary action taken on them because of some misbehavior. Well, I can only say cricket's spirit has to be preserved. That's on this note, I'm ending my cricket show for today. See you all tomorrow. Until then, it's goodbye. Thank you.